Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Porcelain Piggy, and today we're going to be looking at this Dakin radio. So this is a cute little plush made by the Dakin company in 1977. They were pretty much established in San Francisco, but imported older goods from Korea. And this little guy is no exception, as you can see by the zipper, which is a Korean brand, and also it is noted in his tag. Most of us know the Dakin company as the Applause company, and we'll actually look into it a little bit more in a different video. Today, we're talking mainly about this guy. I picked him up at the Goodwill bins back in December of 2024, and unfortunately, he is damaged. The little wires that connect the little radio to the battery are completely disconnected, so he can't really get power. He does have two knobs in the back that control volume and power, and also tuning. He also has a couple of other loose strings that I can definitely fix myself. I'm pretty good at sewing, so I can take care of that. But I needed to find someone that could help me with the electric part. And this is where the LA Fix-It Clinic came in clutch. One of their posts popped out on my feed, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've been looking for. I need this, a community-based fixing location, completely free, and they kind of like also teach you on how to fix your own things. So I really love the idea of it, and I looked to see if there were any clinics happening anytime soon, and luckily enough, there were a few. I was surprised to see how many events were coming through. I did take this video after the event has happened, and I signed up like I think a month in advance. I highly recommend that you RSVP. They do tell you a little bit about the event, that there are limitations of up to what time you can show up, mainly because they are being provided like a venue, and they have to be respectful to the venue providers, so they have to leave by a certain time. And remember, everybody that's there are volunteers, so you also gotta be respectful for their time. You're limited to bringing just one item. There is free parking, but this also varies based on the locations. There are a list of items that they will not fix, like mobile phones, tablets, computer softwares, Mac products, and printers. But there's a lot of other things that they do fix. Also, if you have parts or replacement parts may be needed that you are aware of, you should definitely bring them yourself. If you need batteries, also bring them yourself to test that your product works. And they are also taking donations. So with all that information, I filled out the form. In the form, you're supposed to send a photo of the item, a description, and what needs to be fixed, which I completed. Then you're giving a time slot by which to show up. It is not a reservation. It's kind of like a window of time for you to show up. So if you're late, it's okay. And with that, we made our way to the Jocelyn Center. Everyone in there was so nice, and they were so concerned about the well-being of the puppy. They're like, what's wrong? Does he need some stitching? I was like, no, he's a little radio. He's not working right. We only had to wait for like about 5 minutes, and then we were connected with a fixer. He asked what was the issue. I showed him, and he quickly got to work. It was so fun watching him. He was so careful and knew exactly what to do. All the volunteers bring their own tools. The only thing that we are asked to bring are parts and batteries to test the things that we're bringing. I was ready with my batteries. Also, if you don't have a part or they find out that a part needs replacement at the clinic, they'll let you know which one it is and encourage you to buy it and bring it back for the next Fix-It clinic where they can help you install it. Luckily, our puppy did not need anything else. He made a new friend and was fully repaired. I love the fact that when it was all done, we got to ring a bell to celebrate and let everybody know that he was now repaired. And don't worry, we'll get to hear him real soon, but I do want to note one thing is that I will be leaving the battery outside of the little battery compartment because there's just not enough space to put it in, and I think that's what initially might have led to it breaking. And with that, let's take a listen.
This afternoon, highs in the low 70s at the coast, upper 70s to mid 80s for Metro LA and inland Orange County, upper 80s to mid 90s.
Oh my gosh, that was so clear. He is an FM radio, and it's limited to a couple of stations based on whatever range he is at. And you gotta keep him pretty stable so you don't lose that little station. I'm considering making him a little backpack so he can carry his little batteries, since I cannot even like tuck it under his shirt. But I think that's gonna be the next fix. It'll be a backpack and all those little loose strings. And with that, I'd like to say a big thank you to the LA Fix-It Clinic and all the amazing volunteers who share their skills with us. If you need some repairs, I highly recommend the LA Fix-It Clinic. It's best to always try to repair something before replacing. See you later. Bye!